Just a little bit about me for those that don't know me. I'm Anne. I've been in accounting for a long time, more than 30 years, let's say that. And I started teaching English when I went traveling. Got my master's degree. Then I came back because I started having grandchildren, and that's where I am now. So I decided to help accountants with their English and business people. And so today's webinar is all about the word get. It's such a small word, but it is used absolutely everywhere. It's mostly informal. So you would use it less in, say, formal writing and, you know, very formal speaking, but in everyday natural speaking, it's used a lot. So if you want to sound natural, you need to be able to use it, because there are always better words than get, you know, but we don't use it. So we can sound too formal if we use the alternatives. So, okay, so what I want you to think about is, I try to put it in concepts, in the ideas that it represents. And then we will look at some examples at each of the different things that get means. So the one is to obtain or buy. I wanted to say get, but that's our word. So yes, obtain or buy. It can also mean to receive. Now, these are very similar, right? To obtain, to receive, to buy. They're very similar, but we'll look at examples. So you could put these together in your head to remember, right? Another meaning is to arrive somewhere. Again, it's all got to do with things coming to you or coming to a place. Try to make a connection as best as you can, but also know that it's not always possible, right? Another meaning is to catch or take in the context of transport, okay? But we'll have a look at some examples. And then with prepositions, so phrasal verbs, this one is complicated because most of the time phrasal verbs, you know, is a verb with a preposition, or it's get with a preposition, and then the meaning changes completely. So these you just have to learn. So I've got quite a few examples of that, but there are many more. And then we get with an adjective, which kind of means become. And then there's others, which I'll show at the end. Yeah, my list just grew and grew and grew. So I try to put it in sections so that that they can make sense. So what we're going to do now is go through each of these and look at some examples. Okay, I will pause after each one to let you ask questions if you have any. Okay, right. So to obtain or buy. Okay, so you can see these first three examples have all got to do with buy something, right? That's a really beautiful pair of shoes. Where did you get them? I got a computer last month and it's already broken. So, of course, get is an irregular verb, so we would use get, past tense got, past participle got or gotten for American English, okay? And the present participle is getting. So I think that's pretty straightforward. I got this TV for a good price during the sale, okay? And it can also mean get as in obtain, right? Rachel moved to Los Angeles because she got a job. I got a job last month. Why did you move to England? Oh, I got a job. Yeah, so that's all got to do with obtain and buy. And then I'm going to move straight on to the next one, which is received, which to me, in my head, are very similar, right? You can get good grades. Yeah, I got good grades in high school, right? If you get good grades in high school, you can go to a good university, get a certification. She got her FCE in 2012. You get an award. So all of these can be, you can use receive, but get is like what people use every day, right? Ted got an award. You could say Ted received an award, but you can hear that is quite formal. And then of course, receive can also mean receive my email. Did you get my letter? Did you get my email? Yeah, all got to do with receive. So in my mind, receive and obtain and kind of buy, this buy is receiving, but you paid money, right? They all kind of fall into one category. So does that make sense? That arrive. Again, you could use arrive in all of these, but we don't. We say get in everyday speaking, right? Don't know exactly where the bank is. Could you tell me how to get there? Yes. Oh, I went to France last year. Oh, how did you get there? Yeah. So how did you arrive there? Promise I'll get home early tonight. I always get to the office by 8 a.m. All of these can be substituted with arrive, but we don't. Now here's just a little extra something for you. When to use get and when to use get to. So for home, here or there, no to. I get home every night at 5 o'clock. Yes. What time did you get here? Yes. I expect to get there by 10 o'clock. Yeah. But for a place, to the office or even house, what time did you get to the house? What time did you get home? What time did you get to the house? You know, what time did you get to London last night? What time did you get, how did you get to the station? Yeah, so that's just a little extra something to remember when to use to and when not. Home, here and there, no to. Okay, so this is used in the context of transportation, right? Do you think we'll have time to get the 7:40 train? My car broke down, so I have to get the bus. Okay. Another little extra something here. When do we use on and when do we use in? So for car and taxi, it's in. For bike, bus or train and plane, sorry, I should have put plane in, it's on. Yeah, I got on my bike and I rode to the park. I got on the bus at 6 p.m. and I got to London at 10. I got in the car. Yeah, and so likewise, which I haven't put here, the opposite, you get off a bus, bike, train or plane and you get out a car or taxi.
All clear for me.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Right, now we get plus an adjective, usually an adjective for become. Get married, get divorced. Yeah. We're getting married next year. The wedding will be in October. Get ill. The food at the restaurant was not good and I got ill. I got a stomach ache. Yeah. My boss gets really angry. You could change that for becomes, but it's not natural. Yeah. It makes sense. Yeah, so my boss gets really angry when I arrive late. Next, get tired. It's late and I'm getting tired. Yes. If you don't rest during the day, you will get tired at work. Yeah, get. So often with like emotions. Yes. This gets now a little bit, you know, these are not anything you can put into a section like those other ones. They're almost like vocabulary on their own. You have to learn the words together and then know the meaning. Okay, so I think this is where get becomes confusing for people. It's like learning a new word, except it's 2 or 3 words. So if you think of it like that, you can try to remember them. So get along. So we often use that with. I get along really well with my colleagues. So they're a pleasure to work with. So if you get along with someone, you don't fight, everything goes well, and everybody is happy, right? No arguing, no fighting. You agree on most things if you get along. Yeah. So often we use it with our siblings. Yes. Do you get along with your sister? Some people will be like, no, I fight every day with my sister and we don't talk to each other. And others are like, no, my sister's my best friend. We get along really well. Yeah. Okay. So put that one out your head. Think of a new word now. Get into. Okay. Now there's 2 get intos, 2 different meanings for the same word, same phrasal verb. Yeah. So how did the dog get into the house? Yeah. He's supposed to stay outside. That's more the process of kind of moving, almost like arrive. Yeah. But arrive in the house. Suppose you could put it in that context. Get out. Again, Tom got out of the car in the middle of the road. I think that's kind of like that opposite of the one we looked at with transportation. Yeah, get out, get around. So this has also got to do with movement. It's very easy to get around London. There's a great subway system. Get together. My family always gets together for Christmas. So these are quite simple ones. You can kind of tie them up to the other ones, depending on how you perceive those first ones that I gave you. So here's the other one. This is like, to me, none of these fit into any of those. Okay. Other ways we use have got. We use get. So we use it as in got. And we use it as has got in the context of possess or own. Yes. She's got long black hair. I've got 2 sisters. So that's kind of like possess, yes? Own, yeah? Okay, so get it. This is common, all right? Do you get it? Yeah, it means do you understand? I don't get her jokes. I don't understand her jokes. I don't get it. Often people say that when they don't understand something, yeah? It's almost, I suppose, kind of like receive, yes? I don't get it. Yeah. All right, again, get into. Remember we had get into in the previous slide. Now this one is completely different. Okay. It means you can't become enthusiastic about it, or it doesn't hold your concentration. Yes. So this movie is so boring, I can't get into it. So if you can't get into a movie, it means, you know, then you're on your phone and you're not really interested, you know. Then get to me is have a strong effect on me. Her wise words really got me, or got to me. In other words, they had a strong effect on me. Sometimes if someone is annoying someone else, you say, don't let them get to you. In other words, don't let them affect you. Just ignore them. Yeah. And then this one is another one that causes a lot of confusion. Get used to. It means become accustomed to. So at first it was difficult living in the city, but I got used to it. So to get used to. It's always ed. Yeah, it's never use. The tense is taken in the get, to used to. Yeah, so get used to. Yeah, I got used to it. I can't get used to the weather in England. It's always raining, cloudy. Okay. And then get over. So get over means to recover, or yes, in the context of an illness, and also in the context of like breakups of emotional breakdowns. So I got a cold, but I got over it quickly by drinking lots of water. I broke up with my boyfriend, but I got over it. Yeah, so it's almost like become. Excellent. So that's all. There are many more, but I think that there are a lot of new ones here. So what I suggest is like take the concepts that I've given you and take one at a time and really think about how get is used in that context. Try to use it, try to listen for it. And when you kind of get it, when you get it, then move on to the next one. The concept. And don't move on to the next one till you've really, really got it. Otherwise, it just all becomes a blur, because as you can see, there are so many. Just choose one concept, one phrasal verb, and learn it and use it. Make sentences, think how you could do it, and practice it until you get it. I can't help myself. Until you try and get it, yeah? And then use it when you can. You are welcome anytime to message me on LinkedIn if you are not sure of anything, or if you think of a sentence and want to try and use it, you're welcome to message me on LinkedIn and I'll look for you. All right, so there's a lot on here. So this is the same as what I did last time. If you would like a copy of these slides, what you need to do is go to my latest post. My latest post is about my new product, which is I'm so excited about. And I'll show you it now. If you can comment, like, and share on it, okay, all that does is it helps, because when you do that, it tells LinkedIn, oh yes, people like her. Let's show it to more people. And so that's how you can help me a little bit in return for the slide. Okay, message me when you've done this in case I miss it. Sometimes I don't see. And then I will send you the slides on LinkedIn. There's a lot. There's a lot, but just you've got to think of them as separate words. Don't try and tie the meaning of get with the phrasal verbs. Does
Yes,
that make
of course.
sense? Just think of it as a completely new word. And all, you know, don't put get in a little box, because I think that's the problem. You know, we try to translate the word, and then it doesn't always make sense. So you need to kind of be open that get just about means, you know, anything, you know, and get with prepositions. And I think that's the way you need to get it.